Bitcoin recently reached its new all-time high, $66,000. Some people say to put all your eggs in Bitcoin, and others think Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. So, who is right? Is it a scam or the beginning of a new money? Hey, Jared here, and today let's talk about Bitcoin and the fiat currency. So on one hand, well, people don't like Bitcoin. For instance, Trump said that Bitcoin is just another currency competing against the dollar, or China who banned Bitcoin, meaning we can no longer use it or mine it, and governments who don't like people creating other currencies or money, so in the end they will try to create their own digital currency or squeeze Bitcoin out. And on the other hand though, well, people like Bitcoin. For instance, El Salvador, who adopted Bitcoin as a legal tender, and now around 100 million people have a digital wallet and can now use Bitcoin daily. So let's be objective now. Economists define money as a store of value, a medium of exchange, and a unit of account. And Bitcoin meets all of those criteria. Moreover, it is hard to earn, limited in supply, and easy to verify. Let's start by fiat currency. The fiat currency, also known as fiat money, is the opposite of commodity money. And the difference between both relates in their intrinsic value. Historically, commodity money has an intrinsic value that is derived from the material it is made from. So for instance, gold and silver coins. Fiat money, by contrast, has no intrinsic value. It is essentially a promise from a bank or a government that this currency is capable of being exchanged with a good. And well-known examples of fiat currencies are the euro or the US dollars. So now let's see the pros and cons of fiat currency. And let's start by the pros. First, since fiat money is not a scarce or fixed resource like gold, a country's central bank has greater control over its supply and value, meaning that there is less risk of an unexpected devaluation caused by the supply of fiat currencies, as any increase in supply is preempted decision made by a fiat currency's government. And now the cons of fiat currency. So, irresponsible monetary policy could lead to inflation or hyperinflation of a fiat currency. And adding to this, there's a greater opportunity for bubbles of fiat currency. It is an economic cycle in which there's a rapid increase in price before an equally rapid decline in price. Because fiat currencies have virtually unlimited supply, quantitative easing is an option for governments. And now let's compare it with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is often referred to as a digital currency and as an alternative to central bank controlled fiat currency. Now let's talk about the pros of Bitcoin, and it is its accessibility and liquidity. Because one of the main benefits of Bitcoin is that it is very easy to use, since it takes only a few minutes to transfer Bitcoin to another user. It can be used to purchase goods or services while using it. Secondly, anonymity and transparency. Although not completely anonymous, Bitcoin users are identified by digital codes and can have multiple public keys. This ensures that there is no public tracking and the transaction cannot be traced back to its user. Although transactions are completely visible, which provides you with transparency, they are still protected due to the blockchain technology. And most importantly, only you, as the wallet owner, can know how many Bitcoin you owe. And now, the cons of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin was created, a limit was set of 21 million Bitcoins that could ever exist. That's why some people regard Bitcoin as absolutely scarce. And the scarcity is what makes Bitcoin so valuable. But also what makes its price vary, because the price is now the only variable that can change to ensure demand. There are also other factors that influence Bitcoin's volatility, such as headline making news that is perceived as bad by investors, the uncertainty about its future value and uses, as well as security breaches. One of the last factors is that the transaction is irreversible and final. So, is it wise to invest in Bitcoin? Although cryptocurrency has some huge benefits, and like Bitcoin, some people still regard it as venture capital. And like any other investment, you first have to do some research in order to know what the project is about. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.